You know, tackling the CSS exam feels a lot like staring up at a huge mountain, right? But what if I told you the folks who make it to the top don't have some secret map? They have a blueprint. And today, we're going to break down that exact blueprint. 5 master techniques that can completely transform your preparation. All right, first things first, we need to bust a huge myth right now. Success in this exam is not, and I repeat, not reserved for a handful of people born with some kind of superhuman intelligence. That's just not what decides who wins. So, what's the secret sauce then? It's all about having the right system, a proven, repeatable one. The success we're talking about is built on structure, discipline, and working smart, not just working hard. And that's exactly the system we're going to lay out for you today. And here it is, the whole game plan at a glance. First, how top students read. Then we'll build a schedule that actually works for you. After that, we'll get into the art of making notes, the strategy for mastering past papers, and finally, the revision formula that makes it all stick. Ready? Let's get into it. Okay, let's dive right in with our very first technique. And this one is the foundation for everything else, how to read with purpose, just like the highest achievers do. Look, this isn't just about reading more, it's about reading smarter. The Dawn editorial should become a daily ritual for its top-notch analysis. And reading with a pen? That's non-negotiable. It forces you to actually engage with the text. Keep a vocabulary notebook to build your arsenal of words, and magazines like Foreign Affairs will give you that crucial global perspective. These are the habits you build on. And this is the engine that drives all that smart reading, the SQ3R method. First, you survey the text. Just skim it. Then you form questions about it. Then you read actively to find the answers. After that, you recite the key points from memory, and finally, you review it all 24 hours later. It's a game changer that turns passive reading into active learning. And this just nails the point home, doesn't it? If you aren't writing, you're not really learning. Underlining, jotting down notes, summarizing, these are the things that plug the holes in your memory and make the information actually stick. All right, let's move on to technique number 2. This is how you build a framework for your entire day, turning time from your enemy into your greatest ally. Now, take a look at this. What's so interesting here isn't just how packed it is, but the balance. It might look intense, but notice all the built-in breaks for meals, for rest, even for reading the newspaper. It schedules everything, from those deep study blocks in the morning to revision at night. This isn't about burning out, it's about structured, sustainable effort. And the reason this schedule works is because of these simple but super powerful rules. That 90-minute limit on study blocks, it prevents you from getting mentally exhausted. Assigning subjects to specific days creates focus, and having a whole day just for revision means you actually remember what you learned. Oh, and a planner? That makes it all real. And this is so important. Don't get stuck trying to create the perfect schedule. Just pick a good one, like the one we just saw, and then stick with it. Consistency is what really separates the successful candidates from everyone else. Okay, so you're reading smart, your day is structured. What's next? Well, now we talk about how to create your most powerful weapon, your notes. You really need to think about your notes in 2 different ways. On one side, you've got your subject notes. This is where you process information and rewrite it in your own words. But on the other side, you need a dynamic current affairs diary, organized by date and theme, so you're always on top of what's happening in the world. And hey, you don't have to just write line after line. Different formats are good for different things. Mind maps are amazing for connecting ideas. Flowcharts are perfect for processes, and tables are great for comparing things. The trick is to find what combination works best for your brain. And that right there, that's the whole point of making notes. Your notes should become your own personalized textbook, built by you for you. Because in that final, crucial month, your own condensed, perfectly organized notes are all you should need. All right, onto a technique that people often underestimate. This is not just about doing some practice runs. This is about strategically getting inside the head of the examiner. And past papers, they're your direct line to doing just that. This is such a perfect example of why this works. Just look at this list of recurring essay topics. By digging into past papers, you can basically predict what themes the examiners love to ask about. That means you can focus your prep where it really truly counts. And let me be clear, just reading past papers, that's pretty much useless. You need a system. First, you attempt the paper under real exam conditions. Then you check your answers against model ones. You have to be ruthless and identify your weak spots. Then go back and study only those areas. A couple of weeks later, you reattempt the paper. That's how you get better. And that's really the bottom line, isn't it? When you walk into that exam hall having already fought and won similar battles before, well, that gives you a level of confidence that just reading a book ever could. And here we are, the final technique. And honestly, it's probably the most important one. This is where you lock in all your hard work. It's all about making sure what you've learned actually stays in your brain when you need it. This is literally the science of memory in action. It's called spaced repetition, and it's a proven way to move information from your short-term to your long-term memory. Just look at the pattern. A quick revision after day 1, then again after a week, and a recall test at 21 days. This simple formula is so incredibly powerful for making things stick. Think of this as your pre-flight checklist before the big day. Have you revised everything at least 3 times? Check. Have you attempted past papers? Check. Are your current affairs up to the minute? Check. This list makes sure there are absolutely no gaps in your armor when you walk into that exam hall. And you know what? That's what this entire blueprint comes down to. These 5 techniques, reading, scheduling, note-making, past papers, and revision, they're not about being a genius. They are a system for discipline and for consistency. So the real question isn't, are you smart enough? It's, are you disciplined enough to follow the system?